Sara, such a pleasure again to talk to you. It was so much fun watching last night's Big Break. They say golf is a game of inches, and you tested it down to the half inch at the beginning and right to that beautiful eagle. What an up and down day for you. Tell me how it was that day.
Yeah, I thought last night was a great episode as well. Starting off with the, decreasing distance challenge, or I call this the ladder challenge, whatever you want to call it, I obviously was not too happy about it, just because I'm like, pull the string, and it was, I feel like it was like a dimple away from, being closest. And I was talking to my brother actually, and I was like, if I would have gotten that in front of, 38 or 35.8 inches, I think I would have done a little better than just, obviously I would have gotten 4 points, but I think I would have continued to do well because I was doing well, and then I just kind of got a little, I don't know, tried to get cute with it, and I was obviously mad, and it was a good challenge. It was a hard challenge, and obviously only 5 points won, or they tied, so it was fun. It was good, and I just was disappointed in myself, and I think that obviously showed.
Well, yeah, but we see that a lot in golf. We see sort of outbursts of anger, and then people kind of get back into the zone. And I'm just wondering, I think this is really, it was interesting to watch it because I wondered, okay, how did you obviously you were angry, you vented, and then how did you get back into the zone? How did you get yourself so calmed down and so into the game again that you could actually eagle out a chip shot?
Well, after the shot, I was first to go. So I kind of sat down, and obviously you saw not everyone talked to me, except for Carling, and I had a little outburst at her, obviously, and just because I was frustrated, I was mad. On the golf course, when that happens, I'm by myself. I can just kind of walk on the rough and not have to talk to anybody, and I just need my few minutes. But that's what golf's all about. It's a matter of just getting over it so that you can go play your next shot. Mm-hmm. Now, luckily in Big Break, after this happens, we take a lunch break and then can get back out on the golf course. So I have time to just, recover and recoup and not even think about it and just go out to the driving range and practice and get ready to, obviously go into an elimination challenge, which was my first one. So, so, I was excited because I had never been in an elimination challenge, and I mean, there were 4 girls that, we're pretty good golfers still on the show, so I knew that it was going to be tough, but it was going to be exciting elimination challenge as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it definitely was. And, Seema has a lucky horseshoe somewhere in her bag. Taryn had nothing but bad luck on that first challenge with Seema. But, everything has a funny way of turning itself around. Ryan has been considered one of the strongest players, and, yet she goes home. So, again, golf is so unpredictable. We saw the Cinderella story at the British Open this weekend. Somebody you wouldn't expect to win. It's just like Ryan, I never expected her to go home. So when I saw you two there, I thought, oh my goodness, the 2 of the strongest players on the Big Break are facing off each other. Did you feel special pressure that it was Ryan and her reputation?
No, not pressure. Actually, if you watching the show, you heard me say, Ryan and I from the beginning, Ryan and I have been friends for a long time. We played junior golf together a lot. Mm-hmm. And so from the beginning, we're like, all right, see you in the finale. So we were kind of like rooting for each other to mm-hmm. stay in the game because we wanted to play each other in the last show. Mm-hmm. And when we faced off, and because obviously we knew that Taryn was going to pick Seema, mm-hmm. It would be kind of not silly, but she knows how we hit it. She's been watching us for the last week, so she knows how we hit it, and we do hit it farther than she does, and it's kind of just paired off evenly. And like Carling said, you're going to pick someone that you think you can match up against.
Sure.
That you can beat, obviously, because that's the name of the game, is to make it to the end. So when I knew that we were playing Ryan, I said to Ryan, we had a talk, and I'm like, all right, one of us has to lose, so be it, but we better both be here at the end. You know what I mean? Because we wanted to play each other in the finale. But at the same time, it was going to happen. Whether it happened now, whether it happened next week, whether it happens at the end of the show, we were going to have to play each other eventually. Mm-hmm. So it just kind of happened this week. And I knew that I mean, I've watched Ryan. Ryan played in every elimination challenge.
Mm-hmm.
She's a great golfer. She can pound the ball, she can putt, and she can chip. Like, she is an all-around good person and a good player.
Yeah.
And so I knew that I was going to have to bring my best game forward. And so when I hit that drive off the first hole, that was probably the best drive I hit, all week so far, because we hadn't really hit a lot of drives.
Mm-hmm.
Just, short shots, putts, chips, stuff like that. And so, I hit a good drive. And when she didn't hit a very good shot out of the bunker, I mean, it did start pouring rain.
Yeah.
And she didn't put her rain gloves on or anything, and she kind of hit a poor shot out of the bunker, and I was just like, all right, Sarah, take your hybrid, you love it, just hit it up there.
Mm-hmm.
And to be honest with you, getting up there, I was just expecting, chip it close, put the pressure on Ryan to make that putt, and you still have chance for par or for birdie,
mm-hmm.
so that you could win with a birdie. And then I just chipped it. I chipped it perfect. I let everything go. I let what I was thinking about go. I let my swing go. I kind of just trusted it and hit it exactly where I wanted to, and it rolled in like a putt. And I couldn't have been happier, obviously, because I just saved myself. This is the time that I love to play on the show, because it's you. You're not hoping for a center save. You're not hoping for, anything else except for what you can do on the golf course. And you get to play one hole and showcase what you can do. And
mm-hmm.
so I did. I think I did that on this hole.
There's no question. It was the picture perfect execution from tee to hole. It was brilliant, and definitely one that's going to be replayed a few times, I think. And it was really exciting. I think it just really made the Big Break look like golf and not just a reality TV show. And so, and I was thinking about watching you, and I've met you in person. I've seen you be able to fit inside a travel golf bag in a picture. You are not exactly, a towering young woman. So where do you get your power from? You were up in 2 shots. You hit 425 yards in 2 shots. How did you do that? How do you get your power?
You know what? I've been really blessed to have a good golf swing. I mean, from the time I started playing with my brother when I was 8 until now, I've been around people that know what they're talking about, and when something goes wrong, they can help me. But like I said, I grew up playing with my brother, so I had to play with all the boys, and it wasn't, oh, Sarah's a girl, don't just let her hit it wherever it goes, it doesn't matter. No, it was like, all right, Sarah, let's see if you can outdrive us. We are boys, we hit it farther, blah, blah, blah. So I would try and rip at it. Like, that was my thing. Like, I just wanted to hit it far. And yeah, I'm not the biggest person, but I don't, size doesn't really matter. It's power, and I can't really explain it. Club head speed, people say, the lag that I have, people say, I'm not sure. I just I get up there and I just do my thing and hit it, and hopefully it goes, straight and far is the goal.
Well, it was brilliant to watch, and definitely you have a feel for this game because you ripped it. But anyway, it was so much fun watching it, and it just makes me want to watch next week even more. I know there's some Big Break champions returning, and you get to beat it out with them, and I hope that we'll get to talk about it next week after the show again.
I would love that, and I do want to point out, that Ryan, had, even though she lost and got off the show, Taryn played great that episode, and she had a great shot. I really thought all of us sitting on the bench really thought it was going to go in the hole, and we were going to be like, poor Ryan, man, get beat by 2 eagles.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
Ryan gave it a run for her money, and she's doing great out here.
I heard.
Tour. She's won twice, and I'm really proud of her. And she's a great competitor and a great person, and I love her to death. And so Big Break didn't stop her, so that's good. Maybe it did give her big break. She had a chance to showcase what she can do on TV, and now she's doing it out here. So
yeah.
So good for Ryan.
Oh, absolutely. No, absolutely. She's definitely got a career ahead of her, and so do you, Sarah. And you just keep going at it, and I'll keep following you, and we'll talk again next week, and you have a great time wherever it is you're playing right now.
Thank you so much, and I look forward to talking to you next week.
Okay, bye for now.
Okay, bye, Gail.